Guys, for a while in the garage, anyways. I've been in the office, haven't been in the garage. It's because people aren't buying things anymore. But I got a few orders in, so I gotta make them. So hello, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm gonna adjust this camera a little bit. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. If not, too bad. All right, we got some orders in, and I gotta make them. You gotta make the orders when they come in, guys. So uh, they say they want to bring back jobs to America. Boom, I'm doing it. Doing it. They say you gotta make things in America. I'm making things in America. No one wants to buy it. That's what. Anyways, we're in the garage. I got some orders in. Gotta make it. Ship it out. Make it, ship it out. Let's see what's going on in the news lately that I find interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen any of these videos on the other platforms that have been coming out. That are basically, we don't know. I don't know if they're real or not. Some of them seem pretty real. The actual China factories, they're talking about. You can order directly from them. I love that kind of stuff. That stuff to me is always so fascinating. Because I've heard this stuff before, and I've seen some of it. Sorry, I got a text, so I gotta check. It's the wife. She wants me to move the painter pot. Okay, it was just delivered. I gotta do that. All right. So that stuff to me is always very interesting because I've always heard about it before. That Adidas, Nike, all those things, they all use the same brands. I mean, like the same factories or whatnot, and you can order the same stuff. And I've been in China before, and literally they're all wearing the same stuff. It's just it's bikey, you know, and so yeah, the factories are now coming out, and they're saying you can order directly from them. But the part that I found most fascinating was the high-end fashion brands that are making their stuff in China using these factories, right? That's the most fascinating thing because, like, I watched the video on the Hermes bag, the Birkin bags, right? If you guys don't know anything about Hermes, is I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was Hermes, right? But no, you gotta be educated. Culture. It's Hermes. The H is apparently silent. Anyways, um, there are these bags that they go for like $30,000, $10,000 each, right? And the funny thing about Hermes is that to buy a Birkin, you cannot. To buy a Birkin Hermes bag, you cannot just go into the store. That's the other thing that I found very funny about this whole situation right now with Hermes, right? Is that I don't know if you guys have ever tried to buy a Birkin Hermes bag, but let's say you go to a high-end mall or whatever, right? You cannot just stroll into the store to buy one of the bags. Even if you had the money with you and you're like, boom, $30,000, give me a Birkin, they will refuse to. You have to build your accounts with them. Like it's kind of like a pyramid scheme ish kind of way, where you have to build your reputation with Hermes for them to even offer you a Birkin bag. So you have to buy their belts and scarves and other junk to work your like basically you gotta slowly show them that you have the money to buy a Birkin bag, right? And then one day they'll like send you a letter, or the sales rep would be like, "Sir, you have wasted enough money in our store. You can now get what you really come here for." So you have to do that, right? So I was watching the video on them making it, the factory that makes it supposedly, uh, they make the bag for like, I think it came out to be like $1,300 or $1,400 or something like that. And these bags sell for $25,000, $30,000. And because he was like 90% of the cost is in the logo, right? And he's like, why buy it with the logo when you can buy the same bag from us? But at the end of the day, everything's about the logo. Right? Imagine that you're gonna start seeing people walking around with high-end Hermes quality bags, right? But no longer. Wait, I got it. That's gonna be a whole new business by itself. Okay, maybe that's what I'm gonna be looking to. Okay, people are gonna be buying these Hermes bags, right? Without the logo, without the H. Someone out there start making belt buckles and start making like different lettered logos, and then so people can stick it on the bags. See, you come here, I'll teach you about the world and give you business ideas. that's that's something that someone should look into. That's a good idea. That's a great idea, guys. Someone out there, there's gonna be a demand as this goes on. There's gonna be demand for, instead of a big H, it's gonna be the person's name. A big B, a big A. A is a good one. Just make A's. It seems like all the girls or ladies out there, their names start with A now. All right, got another text. To reconnect. All right, sorry. I have someone coming over soon. They are buying something, so when they come over, I gotta end the stream. All right. Yeah, so that's a whole big business that I feel like that's gonna come down a little bit later. Or if you have some extra time and you want a side hustle, I'm telling you, start making high-end, high-end big emblem letters. What am I making, you say? What am I making? I'm making a couple's aprons. Sous chef Marcella, your apron set is coming out, and I'm doing the other person's next. Yeah, that's a good idea. But okay, the reason I found it fascinating is that I always, you're always told that you pay extra for the Hermes bag, or even any of the like Gucci or any of those high-end brands, right? Because they're made in France, Paris. They're made in Italia, like. But if hold on, now I got a phone call. All right, I gotta end the stream. I'll be back.